What's going on, everyone? So one thing that you guys may not be exposed that much to is when we actually take the camper out, when we go camping, when we go to the beach, and we do some of the other things that we do. Mainly because I haven't really done a lot of videos, more in a vlog sense of, the day in the life of when we go out. Anyways, what I wanted to do was show you a product that we found that's really going to help us when we do go camping. And I promise to show you more of this in use when we're actually using it. But one of the problems we ran into is when we go out to the beach and we do a bonfire, or if we go camping and we set up a small campfire, sometimes getting it going can be a problem because you have wind blowing and it's difficult to get the fire to kick off. Also, sometimes you have wind blowing directly at you where you don't want it blowing at you, especially if it's chilly outside. So we wanted to find a product that would essentially create kind of like a barrier for it. Basically, what we wanted was the ability to create a portable wall. And it was interesting when we did some searching that we came across this product called WallUp, which has these little portable walls. It's almost like a tent, but it's designed to be a wall that you can conform to different shapes. So you can use it like you see it here as a barrier or privacy, but you can also use it to make all sorts of different things out of. Now, it comes with a nifty bag, a bunch of different stakes and poles to make it, as well as these really long 7-inch stakes that go into the ground to secure it in place. One of the cool things about this is that it's able to withstand pretty high winds, I think up to like 30 or 35 mile an hour winds, which can really come in handy if you're in an area where it gets really windy. Anyways, I'm going to set this up, kind of demonstrate it here at the house while we have it, and then when we go out on site, I'll show you how the thing works. And of course, how we plan on using it. So this is cool. The specific bag this one comes in is a camouflage bag. When you open it up, you have what appear to be instructions, as well as the tent material itself for the canvas. And I can tell that it's wrapped around all of the poles and stakes. What I'm interested in seeing, because I saw a video on it, were the stakes themselves, because I'm told they are incredibly robust, and they kind of feel that way. They feel very heavy. Wow, they are very heavy duty. If you can tell just how heavy they are from me dropping it. And they look to be made out of steel. They look like they're zinc coated, but they're very heavy. It doesn't feel like they're aluminum. So these are going to go into the ground. You hammer them in or press them in, and then you put the ends into the end here, and it holds it in place. And these are, again, supposed to withstand pretty heavy winds. So let's start setting this thing up. Okay, so this is what it looks like in its setup position, and if you're going to use it as a wall. And of course you can stretch it out so it's a bit tighter than that. But it's pretty simple. You just connect these posts together, you connect the top post together, feed it through, and then hang it on the top kind of like you would a tent, and then use the little Velcro strips to attach the ends and the centerpieces to the posts themselves. And of course the posts just slide into the top of the stakes. Very simple setup process. Now let's say you don't have your RV with you and you're just going camping, or you are going to be in a situation where you need some privacy in the form of a room, maybe a bathroom or something like that. Let me show you how you can configure this to work in just about any scenario. So as you can tell, guys, I'm pretty new to this thing. It takes some finessing to get into other shapes. Of course, the simplest shape to put it in is just a straight wall. But it's kind of cool. And yeah, those stakes really holding the ground well. So I imagine it would do well in, reasonable winds. But if you're trying to start a fire or a barbecue pit, or you're doing something outside and you need a wall that's portable, this thing is pretty cool. And it's not that expensive. It's about $100 depending on where you get it. And it comes in pretty handy, and it's built really well. All those black posts are solid fiberglass. So they're very strong structurally, and I don't think you'll ever have a problem with one snapping or failing. Now, you do need to put the stakes into fairly hard ground. You don't want to put it in sand, or you don't want to put it in soft earth or something that is just going to pull the stakes out. But assuming you're putting it in relatively firm earth, I think you'll be just fine. But it's going to accomplish what we need. It's very compact when you're storing it. It's about the size of an umbrella, so it doesn't take up hardly any room at all. And I think it's going to be very functional for what we plan on using it for. Breaking it down is a pretty simple process. It probably takes all of 2 to 3 minutes to break down and pack up. And I think that's an important factor to consider when getting something like this. You don't want it to take all day to set up, or you don't want it to take 20 or 30 minutes. If you can set the thing up in about 5 minutes, I think it's worth it. If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe to my channel. I will put the information about this in the description in case you're looking for something like this. I think for primitive camping, for dry camping, this thing could probably really come in handy, especially if you need like a little shower area or an outside bathroom area, or just something to give you a little bit of privacy, especially if you're around other campers. Anyways, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.